Sunday morning, and thank you for being up with us and joining us for Good Morning Augusta. I'm John Hart.
And I'm meteorologist Micah Rumsey. Not very often we hear you saying good morning here on WJBF, John.
It's not very often that I see morning. This whole AM thing, you know, when you work until midnight every night, It's a little bit of a foreign concept, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll see how you feel like in an hour.
Get back to me in an hour?
Yeah. All right, we'll take a look at the weather right now, where it's a bit of a warm start across the metro area. 75 degrees right now at Daniel Field, 74 at Bush Field, 66 out at SRS, and we're going to be taking a look at the potential for some storms today as we go throughout the day. We'll take you an early look at our forecast. 95 degrees will be our high, and you factor in the humidity, going to feel even warmer than that with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Plus, we're going to be looking at the potential for severe weather today. We're in a marginal risk for most of our northern counties, and the threats include wind, hail, and maybe even an isolated tornado. So we'll get to the details of the potential for severe weather coming up.
All right, Mike, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the reason I am here this morning is because our very own Ashley Campbell is out. She's getting ready to give birth, so we wish her the best as well. Happy to fill in for her. All right, Micah, thanks. Happening right now on Good Morning Augusta, one man is dead after a crash in Barnwell County. This happened within the boundaries of Savannah Riverside. Coroner tells us 57-year-old Gary Murphy of Beaufort died in that accident. Investigators say he was going north on Highway 125 when he veered off the road, overcorrected, and lost control. He was wearing a seatbelt, but he was killed. The passenger taken to Augusta University Medical Center. We do not know that person's condition. The victim of a shooting in Aiken Friday night has died. It happened on Pace's Run Apartments on Brant Court. Investigators say they found a man lying in the parking lot with one gunshot wound. He was taken to Augusta University Medical Center, where he later died. The coroner has not released his name just yet. Meanwhile, the investigation continues, so if you do know anything, do call the Aiken County, or do call Aiken Public Safety. How about that? Also from Aiken this morning, investigators offering a $1,000 reward in the search for another shooting suspect. They believe Kason Freeman fired several shots from a gun brought to the Odell Weeks Recreation Center. This actually happened back on May 9th. Nobody was hurt, but they still want to know where he is. So if you know where Freeman might be, also call Aiken Public Safety. The first victim discovered on Todd Colehep's property will receive a cash reward. Kayla Brown, remember, she was found chained inside that metal container at the Woodruff home back in November. Now the sheriff plans to give her $25,000 for helping police solve 4 other murders. He says she's the reason deputies were able to arrest the accused serial killer. On Friday, Colehep pled guilty to 7 counts of murder and was sentenced to life in prison without parole. A Georgia soldier in Syria has died this Memorial Day weekend. The Department of Defense says specialist Etienne Murphy was killed when his vehicle rolled over on Friday. Murphy was with the 75th Ranger Regiment based out of Hunter Army Airfield. Just turned 22 years old earlier this month. This was his first deployment. Aiken turned out to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Hundreds gathered along Lawrence Street to watch the annual Memorial Day Parade. They enjoyed patriotic music and food and thanked those who served in our nation's military while honoring those who lost their lives. 20th year, the community has come together to honor those servicemen and women and celebrate those who have returned from war.
Aiken is not, in the most strictest sense, a military town, but we sure are a patriotic town. And here, this community loves our servicemen and women. And so this opportunity, this parade, gives us a chance not only to pay tribute to those who have served, but to say thank you to those who did serve and who are continuing to serve.
Hear, hear. Patriotic music was provided by the U.S. Army Signal Corps Band out of Fort Gordon. Thanks to those men and women, many of us, or the rest of us, are free to hit the roads this week, and an estimated 34.6 million people on the roads this Memorial Day holiday weekend. And police officers across the 2-state out on heavy patrol as the annual Click It or Ticket campaign is now underway. This means from now until June 4th, if you are caught not wearing your seatbelt, you will not get a warning, you will get a ticket.
It usually helps with our numbers and as far as fatalities and seatbelt usage, as well as the speeding as well is also a factor. Folks get in a hurry to go somewhere, and speed plus drinking plus no seatbelt could equal a death or a serious injury to you or someone you know.
And starting next month, a new initiative called 100 Summer Days of Heat will begin. It'll also help keep people safe on the roadways this summer. If you do plan to drink over the holidays, do not drive. A tow to go will help get you home safely. You call 855-2TOW-2GO for the service. You do not have to be a AAA member to use it, even though they're the ones that put it on. The crews will take you and your car to a location within a 10-mile radius. That service available now until 6 a.m. on Tuesday in Georgia only. Road work on hold this weekend due to all the Memorial Day travel. All construction-related lane closures suspended on both sides of the river. Construction will start up again at 6 a.m. on Tuesday in South Carolina. Georgia DOT crews will resume road work on Tuesday at 5 a.m. The rules may change on who can use groundwater in South Carolina. DHEC soon will require a permit for anyone wanting more than 3 million gallons of groundwater a month. The proposal comes after a report of groundwater levels dropping 5 to 15 feet. 7 counties affected, including Aiken, Allendale, Bamberg, and Barnwell in our area. The Environmental Board will get comments from the public and then present the proposal to the agency's board in October. The city of Grovetown working together to keep the community clean. This weekend, the first Our Grovetown Day is created to bring citizens together to clean and beautify the streets. Samantha Williams was there.
A lot of people in my class, they don't really, I tell them, do you litter? And they say yes. I'm like, why? Like, you shouldn't do it.
Gracie Jones, Mayor Gary Jones's daughter, is one of the youngest volunteers at Saturday's cleanup day. At just 9 years old, she has a passion to keep her hometown clean.
It's horrible. There's a lot of trash everywhere. There's a lot of water bottles and foam and stuff like that. I don't know why they do it, though. It's just like, why would you do it? It doesn't make any sense.
Mayor Jones headed up Our Grovetown.
It's just something that I thought, with all of the negative publicity that we have going on in lieu of all the federal investigations and other things, that it would be a way to bring the community together while simultaneously cleaning up the city.
Mayor Jones plans to have cleanup days quarterly. He says nearly 25 people volunteered today, but there's still more work to be done.
You know, we have a population of nearly 14,000. I would have liked to seen a lot more.
Angel Johnson is one of the 14,000 citizens that came out to help.
It makes you feel good. You know, it's being a citizen of this country and then being a law-abiding to your city. There's one thing you need to do. You need to help, not only your family, but you need to extend your help outside of your family. I would like to invite all the people of Grovetown that they should have to be concerned about their city, because, you know, if you don't pick up this trash along the road, when there come a time there will be a flood and they will clog up all the drainage system, and this will affect all our houses, all our properties. So we all need to be concerned as a loyal citizen.
Samantha Williams reporting for us this morning. Mayor Gary Jones there in Grovetown says people should continue to check the Grovetown Facebook page for updates on the next cleanup day. Hundreds of high school seniors turned their tassels in Augusta this weekend. The James Brown Arena filled with seniors from Evans High School yesterday afternoon. Graduates, I mean, if you've done this, you remember. You can barely hold your excitement as they ended their high school careers and start the next chapter in their journey. Many family and friends there to cheer them on as well. Packed house, actually. All right, looking ahead this Sunday morning, the Augusta Green Jackets will honor fallen servicemen and women with a big fireworks show, part of a big Memorial Day weekend celebration at Lake Olmsted Stadium. That display will happen tonight. The Mega Memorial Show begins with the game. The game starts at 6:35 tonight. They'll be wearing the special Memorial Day jerseys and be honoring servicemen and women throughout the game. And then, of course, the big fireworks show after the game tonight at the lake. And the Georgia War Veteran Nursing Home will have a Memorial Day ceremony. That's tomorrow in the courtyard. Colonel Deborah M. Ellis from Fort Gordon will be the guest speaker. And Fort Gordon's United States Army Signal Corps Band will also perform. That will start again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Coming up on Good